Good morning, this is Phil Larson, pastor of Hope Connection and director of Community Transformation Initiative, talking to you about your personal war room and your congregational war room. I want you to get good results out of your approach to God, but you need to know how to approach Him. Prayer is not a magical thing, but prayer will give you results if you know how to war in the heavens. This first lesson, we're going to spend 4 lessons talking about approach. This first lesson is about persistence. Get the right results when approaching the throne of God. He is the Lord of the universe. You do want Him on your side, don't you? So there's an old story out of Africa of a young man who decided that he wanted to go out and find diamonds. The earth was literally talking to him. There was something inside of him that said, go find diamonds. So he sold his farm, went out and began to looking for diamonds, and several years later walked out into the ocean, committed suicide because he never found what he was looking for. We can be like that. We can find nothing in prayer, or we can find everything in prayer. Meanwhile, back at the ranch where he'd sold his farm, guess what? The local minister was in the living room of the man who bought the farm and was talking to him, and looked up on the hearth and saw this huge stone. Walked over and said, do you have any idea what this stone is? He said, no, they cover the ground all out here. I just think they're beautiful. He said, this is the world's largest uncut diamond. The man had sold acres of diamonds to go out looking, but he never took the time to find out what the answer looked like, what an uncut diamond looked like. I want you to understand that persistence is what effective prayer looks like. You need to be persistent. Let's go with Jesus in this parable. He spoke a parable to them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not faint. Men ought always to pray and not faint, saying, there was in the city a judge who feared not God, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came to him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary. He would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubles me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me. And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge said. Shall not God avenge his own elect, which cried day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you, he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, shall he find faith on the earth? Faith's answer. Faith has an answer. Faith is persistent. Don't let anyone convince you that you just pray one time, back up, and everything's supposed to happen. That can happen. Absolutely. I see miracles every day. Instantaneous miracles of God. But many times, the uncut diamond of prayer looks like persistence, just as Jesus taught us in this parable. So I want to talk to you, when you come to God, don't faint. The pressures of a prayer and process can destroy resolve. Don't faint. Keep on keeping on. Remember, the answer is in the process of being delivered. Keep pressing. Keep praying. Be consistent and persistent. Gather your heart for prayer with persistence. I want to pray with you for just a minute. Father, I pray a spirit of persistence into that one person who's listening right now, that they would grasp this reality, that there's nothing that will withstand the persistent faith of a saint of God. And as they gather their heart to get ready to pray, to go into their war room, to war with others on behalf of the saints, on behalf of their family, on behalf of their community, that they will have a persistent spirit in their approach to God. Get right results when approaching the throne of God. He is the Lord of the universe. You do want Him on your side, don't you? God bless you.